Hunter? Hey, keep balling, man.
Hey, do you mind if the kids take a picture with you quick?
That's great.
The dad ran into Kevin Durant in the elevator of the hotel. Talked for a minute, said they were waiting on a pizza, so Durant delivered it. The dad then, because I went to the dad's Twitter page. He didn't have no Twitter page. He signed up for it just to post this video so people could see what KD did. This is the type of thing we would see these videos of KD a ton in this time in OKC. So awesome.
Nice.
So for those little kids, man, like memory forever. That is so cool.
His fame has kind of taken away some of that because of all the attention. Man, these guys try to do good, but man, they're so big and there's so much pressure on them. Nice to see KD.
Nick, who's the first professional athlete you ever met when you were a kid?
Oh, that I had a real good experience like this with? Ozzie Smith.
Oh, okay.
I had dinner with Ozzie Smith when I was very little, and he was amazing.
That's awesome.
He was amazing. St. Louis Cardinals, great shortstop.
CC's was CC.
No, CC's Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas, man. He's teammates with my brother at IU. Zeke the Freak. Let's get it.
That's
Regina, she's still just waiting on Danny Ainge.
That's okay. He's going to get to me any day now. Time for stories to start your morning. Good news, James Harden had 57 points last night. Bad news, James Harden's team lost. Rockets falling to the Grizzlies in overtime. Nick, despite the loss, how impressive was this game from Harden?
I mean, he put up 57, and we're not surprised. Hey, guess what, America? He ain't going to slow down. He's going to average 36 this year.
Nick, how many games did he score more than 30 points?
I don't have that exact number. I apologize. But do you?
Is it 40, 50?
Oh, at least 50, yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It's the greatest scoring season that I've seen. I remember when Jordan went for 36 in the season, but what Harden is doing, it's really special.
It is certainly the best scoring season. Like other than Wilt, there's the year Kobe averaged 35, year Jordan averaged 37, and this one, and you can power rank them accordingly. I'll tell you this is the best team of those three. The Jordan's Bulls and Kobe's Lakers, this is the team, the only one that has real championship aspirations of those 3 seasons.
All right, to the Thunder now. They lost to the Raptors last night in overtime. They have lost 4 in a row. They have fallen to the 8th seed in the West. Nick, how big of a deal is this?
Well, listen, Russ played better after having a really rough game. It's tough to look at the Western Conference standings right now because they are the 8th seed. You're 100% correct. They're a half game out of the 5th seed. Right now, that 5, 6, 7, 8 is as log jammed as can be. So every loss really matters. And this was a game that goes to overtime, and then they score 4 points in the overtime.
It's very important, Jenna, because no matter what, you're going to get a bad seed. They're down to that bracket where even if they're 6, that's bad. 7's bad, and 8's worse. So they're to the point now, a bad night in the NBA, if you're in the Western Conference, man, it can set you back. So can't have too many of these.
All right, finally, NFL teams got a front row seat to watch Dwayne Haskins throw yesterday. The Ohio State quarterback shined in his pro day. He is the presumptive #2 quarterback in this draft, with Kyler Murray seemingly penciled in with Arizona at #1. However, Haskins is convinced he can fit in anywhere.
If you put me in any playbook, I'll make it work. So being able to just show off-platform throws, moving to my left, moving to my right, being able to move off spot and then still be accurate. So I wanted to show because during the season I had a couple throws that I missed that I still remember and I worked on all off season. So I definitely felt like I did a good job with that.
All right, Cece, what is it that sets Dwayne Haskins apart as a top NFL prospect?
Yeah, I think, and spending a lot of time with Ryan Day talking about him, because Ryan Day, a lot of people don't know his last 2 years at Ohio State. This is going to be his first full year as the Ohio State head coach, but he spent a couple years in pro football. So he knows pro football, pro offenses, and a lot of the things he learned in pro football, he implemented after J.T. Barrett graduated. That's not the offense I've ever seen at Ohio State. Ryan Day created that because of the talent that Haskins had, and also his football IQ. So when he says, if you give me any playbook, I'll make it work, he has a great understanding of what coaches are trying to do when they attack defenses, what are the concepts, what are the weaknesses in those defenses, and a lot of times you're not going to be able to see that in these short meetings that they have with these guys, but that's the thing that we believe sets him apart from some of the other quarterbacks that are trying to learn pro systems for the first time. Because a lot of times as a college player, when you open up that playbook, it's like Mandarin. You're like, what the heck happened? I used to be good at this. I don't even understand what any of this stuff means. We believe that Haskins, what he's been exposed to with Ryan Day and what they ran at Ohio State, very similar to Baker. And what Baker Mayfield did last year with Lincoln Riley, all the NFL teams are like, wow, this is totally different than typical, the success that we've seen out of this offense. So I believe he'll have a tremendous carryover into his pro career, Nick.
And we know he can make every throw. He was very smart, I feel, in the workout yesterday. Just like Kyler wanted to stay in the pocket, show people he could do that, he did the opposite. Everyone knows he can throw in the pocket, so he went on the move a lot. He tried to show that I don't have to be stationary in order to be successful. And he was smart with his ball placement. On deep outs, he threw to the outside shoulder. On red zone throws, you saw it there. That wasn't a miss where the receiver had to jump for it. It's because you're supposed to throw high in a way, so if the receiver doesn't catch it, it's not picked off. But the other aspect is, when you look at his resume, the reason he's the prototype is not just size and height and weight and the type of program he played in, but in limited college experience, he checked every box. How about when you're not the starter and you get pressed into service against your rival? Your first year playing college football, the Michigan game, you play great. How about the next year when you are the starter and your head coach is going through a scandal the beginning of the year, and you have to be a de facto leader as a first-year starter, and you answer that bell. When you play Michigan, your first time as a starter, hit him for 6 touchdowns, nearly 400 yards. Like, he checked every single box other than experience.
Right.
And so experience is the one question. It's why I think he's the best quarterback in the class, and certainly the most sure thing. We have seen this type of player be successful in the NFL as long as the forward pass has been a part of the NFL.
And if you read any of the papers here in New York City, the Giants, who are rumored to perhaps take him, are in love. We're in love with him, and we're really happy with what they saw. All right, take a break. Coming up, very, very tall, big man, Super Bowl champ Trent Brown joins the show, perhaps our tallest, biggest guest. That's next.
Congratulations, man.
First.
Nice meeting you, big fella.
Me too.
Man, let me hold some. Rumor has it you came into some little money.